I should be back now. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. Just for a brief second, Streamlabs glitched and then it seemed all fine again. Then both my computer screens started flickering. Then it tabbed out of Return of the Obra Dinn for some reason. A brief error message flashed up, said something about lost source or something, and the stream ended. I could not tell you why it did that. I don't know how it lost the source. But I tabbed through all my various scenes. So for those that don't know, I've got that's the game capture. Then I've got that for Subnautica, my Be Right Back screen, my ending screen, and then of course the offline screen. And then if I ever need to test stuff, I've got a specific screen for testing. For some reason, the live scene stopped working. Sounds like my graphics driver's hiccuped. Yeah, I am wondering if it was that. I don't understand why. There shouldn't be any problems. But it started playing the connect disconnect noise. So hold on. It played those noises as though I'd dislodged a cable somewhere. But I don't know where. I don't know what I could have dislodged. Everything's like... So, granted, there are cables under my desk where my feet also are, so I could have knocked something. But they're all screwed in and clipped in. So, I don't know what I could have dislodged that would have caused that much disruption. I'm not melting my 4090. I do not have a 4090. I wish I had a 4090. 1 second. I mean, my graphics card should not be struggling. Granted, it's only a 1060, but it shouldn't be struggling with a game like Return of the Obra Dinn, so... I honestly have no clue what happened then. But it was probably the graphics drivers. Anyway. We are back now. So, we are going to jump right into a memory that's already started. Oh, do they? Not 4090. Whatever the best graphics card is that isn't melting. Whatever the current best graphics card is that isn't melting then. Right. Hopefully it'll pick it up sooner rather than later. Although, saying that... Yeah. So, you guys can't see the game. And my game's frozen. So, bear with me. I'll change back to the starting screen. I'm going to have to kill Obra Dinn, which is very, very unfortunate, because I have no idea where it will be saved. I did open the menu, so it should hopefully have saved. With any luck. Last played just now, playtime 1 hour 2 minutes. Now, with any luck, that's about right. There we go. We'll transition back into it and hopefully... There we go. So we've got the Russians over there. We've got the easily identifiable bloke there. And the other ill person there. And the really inconvenient guy who wouldn't give us a number on his hammock. And we'll leave through here. Yeah, so I have no idea why that happened, but it's sorted now. So we'll just have to hope it hasn't broken anything else behind the scenes. Really annoyed if it has. I am sorry for the disruption. It's frustrating when I have tech issues like this. Being I don't have a response for that, honestly. Ah, this one. This one caused us a lot of trouble. No, it didn't cause us a lot of trouble. It was slightly more difficult than I had anticipated.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Yeah, because it ended up being that he was shot, but it was really hard to tell. And I know the next corpse is the butcher. I'm trying to think if there would be a way for me to monitor. I mean, if my graphics card just hiccups, then it just hiccups. Sorry, I know I'm going on about the tech issue. It's bothering me because I don't know what did it. And when I don't know what did it, I have no way of taking preventative action to try and reduce the chance of it happening again. Which I don't like. I don't like not being able to prepare for things. I like to be able to be prepared and be organised. I think this is Soldiers of the Sea? It is Soldiers of the Sea. I'm a genius. Anyone would think I've just been playing this game. Hello, Emil. Have you tried saying "nee" to your computer? No, I have not. I have not tried saying "nee" to my computer. Can you take us around? You are. Stop showing off your wretched smoke.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
I think this is the one that burst into flame. Don't worry unless it becomes a repeating issue. Okay. Thank you, resident tech expert Minipax84. The person I go to for all my tech woes, and sometimes feel really guilty about the fact that I go to you for all my tech woes. Even when I don't mean to, I end up going to you anyway, even when I'm not trying to. Like the keyboard, I didn't intend to go to you for my tech woes. It just sort of happened. Oh, as a tease for my next Infinity Cove stream, I have been left a gift by Minipax and Elcon. I know what the gift is, but not everyone does, particularly people who don't play on Infinity Cove. It's an interesting gift. It's an interesting gift. One of your specialist subjects you enjoy. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that I'm not being a burden by pestering you for things that are actually really simple. Let's go and see the guy who was cooked before being eaten. Why are you going over there? Can I have my watch, please? Thank you. Yes, Rogue, it very much is a good thing. Though I'm going to have to be careful with those jokes, just because of the way everyone takes that comment. I do feel quite sorry for this guy. He'd probably have died anyway. Right, where's the next body? It's these guys, probably. Oh, poor thing. The music, let's face it, the music is quite good. Just finishing workshop and need to go for a shower. Do I risk AFK at the raid farm? Mini packs. Which raid farm? Which raid farm, mini packs? Because if you mean on Infinity Cove, then absolutely go for it. If you mean elsewhere, then absolutely not. Do not AFK at your hardcore raid farm. No, mini packs. No. You can AFK when you're near the computer and can keep an eye on it. Do not AFK at your hardcore raid farm unless you're recording it. Mainly because I'll miss it. And I don't want to miss it. I want to... You got my instance in Minecraft to crash at the same time as your game. I'm just that good, Screwy. I am just that good at being bad. Oh, it stopped raining. Isn't that nice? Yeah, you are useless, you're right. You're all dead. I just want to take a quick look around, see what's around. Because I didn't explore the memories as much as I could have done, simply down to the fact that I was trying to solve the game. I'm guessing that's the next death. Just a hunch. Could fill my inventory with totems and turn on auto. I mean, you could. You could, mini packs. But remember, you don't exactly... it's very easy once you've lost one totem to start burning through them. I speak from experience. Like, it doesn't always end well. Bow to my knowledge. Thank you. Thank you for accepting my knowledge as being accurate. Ah, there.
What's going on? Stay back. It's already going to the neck. Hey. Come on, boss. No, get there. Hey, catch! Ah!
Hey, catch! Why didn't you catch this? I guess that's probably what it's saying. I don't know. You almost never use totems. Yeah. I've tried using a shield, but I prefer the almost the reassurance that a totem gives me, because a totem is passive and a shield requires me to actually be paying attention. Right, who are we going to next? One of these two, I'm guessing, though I could not tell you who. On the one hand, I keep yawning. On the other hand, I feel if I drink some caffeine at this time, I won't be able to go to bed until like 3 AM. So I don't know what the best course of action is here. Right, what do people suggest? Do I continue yawning throughout the stream? Or do I have some caffeine and risk not being able to sleep tonight? Because those are pretty much my only options. Where's it gone? Oh, it just stopped. Yawn away. I'll also say with the way things are going, we might not actually finish this today. Minipax reckons caffeine.
What is it?
Oh, you were still falling at this point. Okay. Where next? Is it you? It might be you. The coffee you had at 5 PM is saying don't do caffeine. Thing is, I had a coffee at 5 PM, Cosmic, and I'm yawning. Depends on my plans for tomorrow. I mean, specific plans? I don't have anything until 9 PM. But I do. I mean, I still have stuff to do. Oh, I know what I can base it on. Because I got to walk the dog. So. Oh, wonderful! Bloody wonderful. I apologise for the language. It is apparently due to rain from now through until 3 PM tomorrow. It's 10:15 PM and it's due to rain from now until 3 PM tomorrow. So caffeine might be a good shout. I'll go through to the next break. And I won't have anything like a coffee. I'll have my sneak, which I find tends to be a little less keep me up a bull, I guess. I don't know what the word would be, but it doesn't have the same. Coffee tends to impact me more. Due to raid from now until Saturday for use, so could be worse. Well, if it's due to raid, can't argue with that. I'm impressed that you mistyped rain as raid, considering how far apart D and N are on a keyboard, even with even on mobile. Sneak at this hour. Shush you. It won't kill me much. Yeah, the wind's alive and this bloke ain't. Thought it was very nice of the lightning to try and cook him before the captain ate him. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, like, I can see it happening. My phone autocorrects words that are spelled correctly to words that are spelled incorrectly, so I wouldn't be surprised if your phone was changing a correct word for a different correct word. That I'm not going any further because someone will clip it. Totally psyched this more snowfall. What is snow? Wish I had some snow. Totally not you, Defo the phone. Whatever you say, mini packs, I believe you. Where hundreds wouldn't. Let's get out. Snow can wait until after next week. Okay, no, that's true. That's true. Right. I just want to take. So we haven't done chapter 1 yet. We have done chapter 2. We have done chapter 3. Haven't done chapter 4. So we've got chapters 1 and 4. Chapter 5. We've still got part of chapter 6, and we've got chapter 7. Okay, we've still got 4 more chapters. If rain is angel tears, then snow is God's dandruff. That's a new one, I have to admit. Is this the cargo deck? Yes, it is. Did have to wipe the phone's auto comp a little while because it became sweary. Wish my computer was sweary. My phone was sweary. It still thinks that when I'm trying to say one word, it thinks I'm referring to a duck. Still, to this day. I don't know why. This is the stowaway. This is what happens when you try and stow away. This specifically. Rogue, don't you mean ucking annoying? Your phone is ucking annoying. I think that is our friend Lars. I tried, it auto-corrected. Just looking at people. Can't go that way, need to go back round. Because I need that body down there. Put a load of banned language in it on purpose, the timing was suspicious. Mini packs, you can't blame your sister for something like that. I mean, you can. I don't think, perhaps shouldn't. But you can. I might be mistaken, but I think it is the stuff that takes place at sea that I'm struggling more. The stuff that takes place at sea is the last of the memories. And the cover meet up and drink, and I leave my phone in the kitchen the next day. It's swearing like an aviac. The coven? Sorry, the coven? I'm sorry. Why is it a why are they a coven? Are they actual practices of Wicca, or is that just the name you've assigned to them? Because this is the first I've heard of something like this. Oh, I've got hiccups. Hiccups, perfect timing for hiccups. Generally only get them on stream nowadays, which is really annoying. They're not even necessarily my streams. Like, if I'm teaming up with someone else, I'll often get hiccups. That could be something to do with the fact that I'm talking a lot more. That's... You know, now I've said that out loud, that would make an awful lot of sense. Right, that's the second part of Loose Cargo complete. Fairly certain that's all of Loose Cargo complete. It is! Yay, me! Now, I can't get into the lazarette. Oh, right, yeah, his foot. Yes, the Coven, they sit around, put the world to rights, cackle a lot, and remind me of the witches from Pratchett. Fair enough. Fair enough, can't argue with that logic.
20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Well, could you stop groaning and moaning? We're trying to listen to the captain.
Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his men?
I can't not hear that line and laugh. It makes no sense to laugh at that line, but it is just so ridiculously funny at the same time. Right, where is the next death? Ah, yes, over here. Today, please, I want to... I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible. You know, the first time I played through, I didn't really think of it as a slow game. I think because I'm trying to find everyone, it's slightly different. No worries, mini packs. Hopefully see you soon. We'll be going on another break shortly. There we go. We might end up just doing this one and then going on break after this. Just for a nice and tidy one. Like nice and tidy break point. Don't know why we had to go around that way, but we did. Oh. Where are you going? Why do you insist on being so convoluted? Ow! That's going to need ointment. Where's the next one? I've forgotten where the next death is. It's not down, it's evidently up. Ah, there. There we go. The smoke is secretly a cat. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being shown all these visions by a ghostly... Maybe it's the ghost of the monkey showing us all the memories. Maybe that's how he got the... Maybe that's how he got the magic watch. He used a monkey's paw. Ah, the conspiracy is revealed. Not sure if it technically counts as a conspiracy. So that's that guy. Oh, we're going straight into his memory. Might have to push through until the all that. No, I forgot how it works. I think this is the cook. But we'll double check that for certain after the next break. As I said earlier, take a break roughly once an hour just to top up my drink and get away from the screen for a few minutes. Encourage all of you to do the same. And then we will hopefully finish the game in the next hour. I don't think we will, to be perfectly honest. It's taken quite a while to get through it all. And that's even without pausing to try and identify people along the way. So, depending on what the time is when we finally get to the very end, we might can just push on through, but we might not. I would like to try and get it done today. I have said that this will be the last Return of the Obra Dinn stream. I'd like to stick to that. But we will see. We will see. But until then, I'm taking a break. Everyone else do the same, and I will see you all in a few minutes. And we are back again. I got my sneak. I got you guys. I got you guys. And we're going to have a wonderful time looking at dead people. I realise how that sounds, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. What could possibly go wrong? Realising what I've said, considering what happened earlier, probably not a good idea to tempt fate any further.
Clear the deck. Move the boats astern and throw the bodies over.
What's your foot in?
Hey there.
Yeah, I thought this might be this death.
Give them to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Hello, Lewas. Welcome on in.
Take it slow.
Nice reference, by the way.
One
I
thing,
understood that
gentlemen.
reference.
There's a free shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
I can't. When he says there's a pretty shell, is he referring to the shell of the creature, or are they holding a shell? Where's the next body? It's over here. I see Ed people. Yeah, you see what you've done there, Isal? You see what you've done there? Lewas, for an explanation, because I think you've only just come in. We've been joking about the fact that my D key stopped working the other day and then did not start. Well, continued to be intermittent. Still annoyed that I had to replace an entire keyboard because one key stopped working, but I kind of need that one. I don't know why I find it so funny. I do not understand why I find it so funny. Follow the monkey cat ghost. I'm following it. I'm stuck. I'm following it. I'm stuck again. I'm following it. I'm getting dizzy because of it. There we go.
Lift this out and take it below.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来的全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害的较对人无过好，是谁人滚死的啊？He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Sucks to be you two. Maybe I was wrong. I'm not actually sure when it starts raining. Let's see. The calling, I think, is the one when they're out there. Unholy Captives is not complete yet. Soldiers of the Sea is not complete yet. The Doom is not complete yet. Okay. It's not that shell, actually. It's the shell in there, but I do get the joke. Come on, hurry up, game. I want to get to the actual revealing that the captain ate everyone bit. I bet he's positioned himself exactly so it would miss, and so it would hit these two, so he could have a snack, because all this interrogating has made him hungry. Hasn't it, mon capitaine? Let's go out to sea. we've completed chapter 5 now. Come on, give me a body. Give it to me. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme. Thank you. Took you long enough.
Ahoy!
Well, back. Here's the captain.
Ahoy!
Recover the board!
Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
I mean, I can't say I blame him. Like, if some bloke had kidnapped my friends, resulted in their deaths, and then came back, I'd probably shoot him as well. Presuming I had a gun. Which I don't. I am aware that that sounded like I do have a gun. I don't have a gun. I have no reason to own a gun, so... And also live in the UK, generally we don't have guns. I know people in Britain who do. Well, I don't know anyone personally, but I know people in Britain can have guns. But on average, we tend not to. Shell! Shell! And the third's in there. Shell! 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 Never been fully clear on why the second mate did it. All inherited from your late grandfather. I take no issue with people having guns. Like in any any country where it's legal, but I tend to feel you should have a reason. But I think inheriting them and therefore their family heirlooms and probably quite important to you. I can quite understand why you would keep those. It's just when people need to own like 50 AR-15s for some reason that is still unclear to me. That's when I start to get confused. Because what are you going to do with that? Yeah, no, there are plenty of people who are like sensible about it, but unfortunately there are plenty of people who aren't.
休假，休假。
You next. Why did you bring the bodies on board? Just out of curiosity, why did you feel the need to do that? Because I wouldn't really call them treasure. Oh yeah, absolutely. But when it comes to hunting, screwy, I tend to. This is something else, like trophy hunting. Why? It's not impressive. Yes, I killed an animal that didn't know to run away from the explodey bang bang stick. As opposed to I killed this deer with the intention of skinning it, gutting it, and eating it. I even in this day and age, I can understand why people can enjoy hunting for that of actual, like, for food and things, or not necessarily enjoy, but why they feel they should live that way. I'm sure there's still people out there who live exclusively through hunting, but they use modern tools. It's like the Mongolians. They for the most part live the same way they did like 500, 1,000 years ago. But they've just added like drones and motorbikes into their lives. Yeah, Isal is. Yeah, I suppose that is true, Isal. But at that stage, you might as well just bring it in. Like, you might as well just put it down the way we might put a dog down, and then sell it off. Oh no, Leos, yeah, absolutely, like that sort of thing. I totally get. Like sometimes certain animals do need to be culled. It's sad, but that is the nature of it. Like if we were to set out a trap, in the area where I live in the UK and capture a grey squirrel, legally we can't release that squirrel. We have to kill it. Arguably, we could keep it as a pet, but we can't release it back into the wild because it's considered an invasive species. And it's the same for things like species of deer and also foxes. Unfortunately, like they are considered a pest, so have to be culled every now and again, which is a shame. Like I hate the fact that we have to do it, but we do. Unfortunately, it's a thing that needs to be done. So the question is it going from them to the shell, or to the shell, no, or from the shell to them? Oh yeah, I'm not going to pretend to understand the maths of it, Isar, but I understand the need for it, and the significance of it and things, but...
Oh, hey, you still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Oh, that's a good way of looking at it, yeah. Using the shell to somehow enact magic. Yeah, that I can see that. Oh, pressing E zooms in. I didn't realise. Q apparently makes me go to one side. Huh, strange. At great cost, yeah. Think it's this guy next? So, did they take the shells out or what? I assume so, but it's kind of hard. I'm unclear because they put the shell in their hair. There's a lot of mysteries to this game that are we're never given a definitive answer on. Really quite frustrating when you're someone like me who wants answers.
Keep rowing! Where is it? There! Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Oh, you actually hear the whoosh of it. Yeah, no, there is no explanation for how the Doctor came to possess a magic watch. Now, I will be honest, when you said how the Doctor came to possess it, my mind went to the Doctor from Doctor Who. But I'm a nerd, so I suppose it would. But yeah, my mind didn't immediately go to the Doctor who has the watch in the game I'm playing. I don't know why. Oh dear. Yeah, I think it's just because the word Doctor was capitalised. So I immediately read it as a name, and there's only one character in fiction whose name... That's a lie. There's two characters in sci-fi who both have the name The Doctor. But one also is called the EMH, so... I think it's just because most of my sci-fi focus has been Doctor Who rather than Star Trek. If anyone has doesn't know what I'm talking about, feel free to ask what I'm talking about. But otherwise, I'll just assume everyone who's I'm a doctor, not a doorstop. There we go.
Keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你有安怎无？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊落在水底。
若是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
Can't help giggling every time I call my doctor and say, can I make an appointment to see the doctor? I think of Doctor Who before I think of Voyager, grew up with yeah, well I think that's part of it. Grew up with Doctor Who, didn't grow up with Voyager. Very much didn't grow up with Voyager. What I'm surprised about is the fact that they never make the joke about like two previous companions meeting and say, and like one's from later than the other and says, "Oh, I know you," and they're like, "How do you know me?" "Oh, we shared the same doctor," or a joke to that effect. I don't know why. To me, that is peak comedy. So I'm surprised they've never made a joke like that. But maybe I'm just easily amused. In fairness, I am. My mum has been a sci-fi fan since she was a little girl. Yeah, my parents have been the same. They grew up watching Doctor Who. Then they were both part of when they were at university. They were both part of the Red Dwarf Society. So I grew up watching Doctor Who. I grew up watching Red Dwarf. Yes, Addy. Rather delayed response. Considering we've completely changed topics. Right, yeah, I didn't back up into the door. But yeah, whilst my sister is less of a sci-fi fan than the rest of us, she'll still sit and watch Doctor Who with us. Especially most recent series, but that's just because she likes the fact that the Doctor and Yaz were rather clearly implied to be lesbians. Right. Huh. Okay. We've completed chapter 5. Haven't completed chapter 6. On the cargo deck. Let's go and see if we can find that one. Because I'm honestly not sure. I can't remember where I'm supposed to go from here. In here, apparently. This is a messy one. Right. Where's the stupid crab monster? Can't tell if you are dead back there or what. It's not you. What are you even holding? Are you just holding a stick? What do you think you're gonna... Oh, there's a door here. So there's no other deaths in this memory. The music's quite nice to just bob along to. Which, considering the game and the game content, is rather... what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it's quite the contrast. So I've been drinking my sneak. I'm actually most of the way through it already. I drink it a lot faster than I drink water. Probably because it's sweeter, and I've got a very sweet tooth. I've definitely perked up a bit. Not as much as I possibly could have done, but I've perked up a bit. Let me out. Right. So that's chapter 6. Chapter 7, the Doom. Haven't completed the Doom. Have completed Escape. Have we completed End? Yes. So it's just the Doom now. On the bow. Oh, it's the artist, isn't it? I think that's the next floor up. It's at the other end. Yeah, it's here. The unpleasant one where we have to listen to a guy going to the toilet as the life is squeezed out of him. It's not a pleasant sound effect. Neither's this part, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, and the fact is I had to keep listening to it because it has all the people in hammocks. Which is really inconvenient. Yeah, it is kinda rotten. And here's Lars. Good old Lars. Who's dead. Like most people on this boat. Still don't understand why you don't have a skip option to just go straight to the book. Like why not? Frozen dinner ones. That's a good one, Lewis. That's a good one. And off we go exploring. Where are you off to? Okay, you're just doing a bigger loop. Oh. Right, yeah, I have to be able to see this for it to actually move. Which I suppose makes sense, so you don't lose track of it, so you can find the body. I mean, Lewis, you're more than welcome to vent here, just currently not an adult-only stream, so keep it family-friendly.
Thought I'd forget.
Or feel free to vent in the Discord.
What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Nice. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
I mean, you get your comeuppance in a second. When the squid grabs you. Need to figure out... So it's the Doom that we still need to complete. Although maybe... Oh, maybe this was it. Maybe that's the last one. That might be the last one. Then we've got to go through and try and identify everyone again. Which is not ideal. Yeah, has to do twirls. Maybe it wants to be a ballet dancer in a former life. And this is the only way it could do it. Take your time, game. I've got nowhere to be. I mean, that's not inaccurate. I don't have anywhere in particular to be. I think that should be the last one. I think that's the last one. I hope it's the last one. Please be the last one. There we go. That was the last one.
Lloyd! In there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Right then. Time to have the captain eat everyone. Right, yeah. I can't remember who everyone is. Actually. Yeah, I know how this works. Right, you were Samuel Peters. You were eaten by the captain. I'm sorry, Lewis. Please provide me with more context. Snoopy is headed for the moon. What? Alright, Sayed. That. Eaton. Captain. I'm gonna have to jump into memories to just hold on. Hoxing Lau was responsible for killing Nunzio Pasqua, that's who it was. Captain Cook, maybe the captain was a vampire. Assuming there's a plush on Artemis. The Artemis rocket launched this morning heading for the moon. On board is a plush. Why? Like, what? Why? I assume there's a reason that I just am missing. Hoxeng Lau. Eaton. Captain. Right, that's O'Hagan. Was eaten by the captain. You are Bunman Lim. You were eaten by the captain. I swear I just checked. Oh, Jay Price. My stream crashed. Yeah, as Eddie said, my stream crashed a while ago, about an hour ago. I got it back up. Got it back up fairly quick, but it's probably Twitch. Just being twitchy. Tradition to have a stuffed toy is what they call the zero gravity indicator. Ben Shah. Eaton. Williams, you. Eaton. You were the third one. Right, you, I think we said you were the cook. You're John. You're not the fourth mate. John. Captain. Trying to remember who people are. Struggling. Fairly certain that's Charlie, but I don't remember which Charlie. That's the butcher. I know that's the butcher. Unfortunately, Addy, I can't say that one. It won't let me say they ate themselves. Lars, eaten, Captain. This one's an easy one. I am just blasting through some of these. You're the gunner, I remember that. Yeah, I would too. Honestly. That's Abigail. Abigail was eaten by her husband. Yes, Addy, we think so anyway. Can't do bargain yet. You're the bosun. Oh no, I know who ate you. It was the captain. This was Paul Moss, I believe, is his name. Paul Moss, there we go. Eaten by the captain. You're one of the Russians. I think you're Leonard Volkov. Trying to remember who you were. The thing is, I need to actually have, I need to actually put something in, if that makes sense. So like, I have to put in a fate and who did it. I can't just say, it's the captain's fault. So I'm choosing to say the captain ate them all. Passenger. And I'm guessing it has to be everyone, even the people we know are still alive, so... Eaten. Captain. Truly, that's a good one, Addy. That's a really good one. I know one of these two is, the surgeon, but I don't remember which one. Eaten. Captain. Let's just say expired from old age. That's you. I'm not allowed to decide what happened to him, am I? Okay, that doesn't work. Third mate, first mate. Trying to remember who everyone is. Struggling. You were the ship's steward, I remember that. You're the helmsman. Remember that. He did, Trooper, yes, he did actually shoot himself, but I don't want to put anyone down as the correct fate, just as a precautionary measure. I don't know if it will require me to, but we'll find out later. You are, if I remember correctly, the second mate steward. And you were eaten by the captain. Remember seeing that. Yeah. I'm going to have to go through some memories. Because I can't remember who everyone is. Right. Let's start with somewhere we know we can identify them based on context clues. So like this one, we can identify Charlie.
Take him to the cockpit.
And I can skip that. So I know you're Charlie. He doesn't have pictures, unfortunately. It was you. Yeah, I could basically, as long as I'm picking stuff that as long as I'm blaming the captain, is I couldn't do electrocuted, I don't think, because electrocuted doesn't have anyone to blame. But as long as I can blame the captain, then it doesn't matter what I pick. I'm choosing eaten because no one is actually eaten. No one actually dies from being eaten in the game. But yeah, Lewis, the Google Doc doesn't have pictures of anyone, so I can't use that, unfortunately. I wish I could. Right. Where's the way?
When you've done it. Here? Yeah.
There it is.
Come on before she kicks off.
Yep. I don't want to bookmark the memories. I want to see the memory he disappeared in. Why have you booked the memories? Stupid game. This is the surgeon. This is Henry Evans. Is Eaton. How he managed to give us the book and the watch when he was eaten by the captain, I do not know. But he managed it.
You all right there, sir?
We'll leave. Yeah, it's probably not meant to be done as a speed run. Right. Oh, I know what we can do. We can go back to Lars. Because the guy, I can then get the picture of the guy who killed Lars and identify him as Nathan.
Let me on.
So you, Nathan Peters, you were eaten by the captain.
Dead body, you bloody day. Huh? How's that?
I think we established that he's the purser.
Cause for trouble.
I think we said he's the purser. Right, now I need to find the captain's steward.
You killed my brother.
Right, which means we need to go back down. All the way. Right, where's the foot? I think it's over here.
Keep pressure here.
What madness is this? 20 years my steward.
And oh, I've already got you.
Your sanity. Explain.
You are the captain's steward.
Those are guilty beasts carrying a curse. Throw them back. Your doom is all. Tie him up and put him in the lazaret with those things.
So he's probably surgeon's mate.
Yet lying his senses.
You're the bosun. First mate, captain, first mate, second mate, third mate. We've got the fourth mate, the bosun's mate, the carpenter's mate, and the gunner's mate. And the third mate and fourth mate stewards. And then we've got to go through all the seamen and topmen again.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think.
Down and round. You're the first mate. Gun deck. Let me up. See if we can find this one. Is this going? No. Thanks, you stupid book. Didn't ask it there. Is that in there? Yes. You are the carpenter's mate. Ethan, captain.
Stay back.
Right, this is a question directed at anyone who has earned the hidden achievement. Do I have to identify everyone correctly? Right. Do I actually have to get everyone right, or can I just blame everyone's deaths on the captain? Because if I have to get everyone right, we're going to be here a while. Because I do not remember who most of these people are. Face name matching not important for hidden achievement. Oh, fantastic. You're now John Davies. Congratulations, you've gained a promotion. Yes, I am going to just blast through this last bit. This is going to really screw me over if this isn't right. Like, I'm not going to blame Isal for that because they don't know, but it's going to be really awkward to try and fix it once I've done this, because everyone's crossed out, as you can see. Eaton, captain. You're David James now. Eaton, captain. Actually, you know what would be a better way of doing it? Right, first things first. We're going to leave this memory. Where's the door? Is it up here? Yes. Can't go that way. We'll leave, and then we'll do it based on the crew manifest rather than the picture. Okay, no, we're going to do it by the picture. It's easier to see who we haven't identified then. You are now Peter Milroy. You are now Thomas Lank. You look like a Thomas, right? I really hope that this is valid, because otherwise I'm going to spend ages having to fix this. It'd be really funny if I accidentally got everyone correct by guessing randomly. I know I'm not going to, because I know I've already got some of them wrong, but would still be funny. You can be you. Captain. You are you. Eaten by the captain. You also eaten. Captain was very hungry on this ship. Think I got all of them. Got him. Got you. Got you. Don't have you. Sorry, you're being demoted to a topman. You don't realise how long that list is until you're trying to identify everyone without getting anyone correct. It actually takes a while to scroll through it now. You can be you. You've taken even more of a demotion. Judging from the hat. Almost wish I had some kind of like a button, like just a hotkey I could press to automatically assign eaten by the captain. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that. Not that there'd be much point in trying to set it up now. We're getting there though. Right. Carpenter's mate, you. One, two, three, four. Okay. Nearly there. Now I'm just clicking at random and hoping. Henry Brennan. I think I've actually got this one correct. Well, I've got his name. Obviously, I haven't got his fate correct. Oh, I haven't got you. Oh, hold on. Ah. I didn't get the achievement. In case you can't tell, I've switched from game capture game capture to display capture, just so you guys can see the achievement pop up. I've got 2 unknowns, but I'm not allowed to assign their fates yet. Oh, do I need to? Bloody means I have to go off the ship again. Okay. If I've done this wrong, yeah. Well, the thing is, the 2 are the ones that I can't do until I've left the ship. No, they're the bargain chapters. They're the 2 who die during chapter 8, where I can't access until I've left the ship. Yeah, I'm certain. Like, it's Philip Dahl, and I think chapter 8 is empty until I leave the ship. So, no, he dies in chapter 8. We find his body in chapter 8 because I remember that. Because he gets burnt by the shell. So I'm not sure what the best course of action is. Do I have to get the captain right, maybe? Just, all I want to know is, do I have to ID people? I signed the captain as expired, so I'm wondering if maybe I have to get the captain's death correct. Nope. No. Yeah, I might need to leave the ship. Well, let's try leaving the ship, see what happens. Hopefully this works. It's going to be annoying if it doesn't. Right,
All done? We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. If you've still business here, climb up and finish it.
fingers crossed this
Else I'll
works.
make to port. Finally.
Oh,
Sit
shush
down
you.
so you don't fall out.
Fingers crossed. You only made that comment, Isal, just so you could have continue the joke again. Right. 1 week later. There we go! Captain did it! Loosely true in the eyes of company and crown. Woo! So out of curiosity, ship, cargo, company, cargo, crown. And then it gives you the criminal findings. Criminal findings, murder of crewmate, 57. That's brilliant. I marked, no, I know the captain committed suicide because we see him commit suicide. Just, skip through to the very end. Sign it. The book returns to its original owner. A picked clean skeleton. Thank you, Leos. Unfortunately, I can't actually... I can't, get out. Like, I'm hitting escape. I'm hitting all sorts of things, and it's not letting me leave, so I'm going to have to go through at least this cutscene. Though I should be able to quit when it sticks me in the lazarette. But... annoying.
Can you believe a letter at this hour? Must be important. I'll be turning in now. Tea's all gone, so you might think about going to bed as well.
Just tried it, Lewis. Oh, hold on. That, she said something different to when we... Receiving the Obra Dinn book in such an incomplete state further disheartened him so thoroughly that he was unable to recover. He used his final moments to express the extreme regret he felt with entrusting such a remarkable task to you. We thought you should know. Which is basically a very eloquent way to say... well, it's a very eloquent way to say something ruder than screw you. The person who owned the book will want to know, how the hell did I miss the captain eating me? Right, I am going to mute desktop audio there for you guys whilst I talk to you, because I am going to leave things there I thought maybe we'd go on for a little longer, but we have actually just gone past the 3-hour mark. So I'm going to end the stream there. I haven't forgotten currently about needing to put the stuff in Discord, but I won't do it until after I've had a chance to have a break after the stream. So if someone could still remind me, that would be wonderful. Thank you everyone again for your help with this game. I wouldn't have been able to complete it without your help, I don't think. Special thanks as always to my moderators for being awesome and helping keep people in line. Thank you everyone who gifted subs or threw bits at me or followed today, and Joel for the raid earlier. I know Joel's not still around, but still. In the event he watches the VOD, thank you Joel for the raid. Yeah, it's been a fun game. And now I need to decide on the game that we're going to play next. But before then, Saturday, I don't think I'm doing anything, so I'll be playing Subnautica with you guys. And doing something. I think continuing the exploration specifically for nickel. I think it was nickel. An ore that we haven't found yet. I've got a couple of new locations I want to try. So, we have some stuff to get done there. But until then, you can follow me on Twitter at Hunter555. I'm not super active. It's mostly to let you guys know when I'm going live. Hello, Cap Steph Barnes. Bad news, I'm afraid. I'm wrapping up. I'm sorry. But welcome on in. Thank you for the follow the other day and for the first time chat. If, like Cap Steph, you've only just arrived and you want to watch the stream, the VOD will be available on Twitch. I believe it's 60 days before they get removed. Might be 30. It's 30 or 60. And then it will also be going up on my YouTube channel, Hunter555, along with all my other VODs. All the other Return of the Obra Dinn VODs are already up there. So if you want to watch one that's want to watch the entire series playing the game properly, you can already do that. It's already all available for you. And you can also, as Cosmic has kind of put in chat, join the Finite in Discord with myself, Elcor95, and Minipax84. Wonderful place, wonderful people. I may or may not be biased. And special channels for all our various subscribers. So make sure you check that out. I think that's everything. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that I've covered everything. Thank you, Isal, for thanking the mods. They deserve all the love. So all that's left to say is thank you again for coming. We're going to go on a raid. I think I know who I'm raiding. They are playing Minecraft. I'm going to double check they are live, and I've not imagined it. She is indeed live. Yes. So I'm sending you over to Ginger the Lily, who is a friend of this community, very good friend of this community, and a lovely person, lovely human being. So I'm going to send you all over to her because, like I said, she's wonderful. Yep, raid message, hashtag Hunter Raid, howling at the moon. And I think that's all I've got left to say. So thank you again, everyone, for coming along. And in the meantime, before next Saturday, be wonderful, be awesome, be friendly, and be kind. And I will see you folks all over in Ginger's stream. All right. Bye for now.